The Duel. This story took place in the small and ancient city of El Paso, in the American West. The day dawned clear and calm. It was a Friday in March 1860. People were doing their normal activities. Some went to the bank, others went shopping. The blacksmith took care of the horses of the travelers, and those who were off duty preferred to go for a drink in the famous bar of the city. Suddenly, unexpected news. Someone came to inform you that gunman Billy Carson and his gang would be arriving in town on the 10 o'clock train. Everyone had heard of Billy Carson. He was a well-known bank robber. In recent years, life in El Paso had changed. Trade expanded with the arrival of the railroad. Many people moved to the city in search of a better life. In recent years, the city's progress had caught the attention of outsiders and bandits. But all was not lost. Against evildoers, the population relied on the skills of Sheriff Thomas Up. He was a very brave fellow and very good at triggering. At 10 o'clock, the train arrived bringing Billy Carson. His accomplices arrived an hour later, mounted on their horses. The gang went straight to the city bar. Immediately, an informant rushed to the police station to warn the sheriff. The sheriff decided to go to the bar and have a conversation with the bandit. "You're not welcome here, Billy Carson," Thomas Up said as soon as he caught sight of the bandit. "Why, Sheriff, as far as I know, this is a free country." "Yes, it is free, but for someone it usually respects the law, which is not your case. I'll give you a deadline to leave the city, or I'll have to arrest you. To arrest me, you need a warrant, which you don't have. In addition, you first need to know the reason that brings me here." "May I know what the reason is?" the sheriff asked, lowering his voice a little. "What brings me here is a personal reason. I want to meet a girl and propose marriage to her. Maria is her name. Everyone in El Paso knows that the only Mary in town is Thomas Up's beautiful fiancée. Everything indicates that Billy Carson's intention for the girl is nothing more than a provocation, or even a way to destabilize the sheriff so that the city... I must tell you that Maria intends to marry me. That's why I think it's good that you don't go near it," said Thomas Earp. "I don't intend to change my mind about my interest in the girl. And I don't see any other way for us to decide the case if we don't go to a duel," declared the bandit. "Then it's decided. Let's go to a duel," said the sheriff, who then called the bar owner to mediate the dispute. Upon hearing the news, the whole city was agitated and eager to watch the great duel between Thomas Up and the famous bandit Billy Carson. Maria, the pivot of the dispute, upon hearing the news, was very distressed and tried in every way to dissuade the sheriff, her fiancé, from trying to find another solution to the problem. But Thomas Up saw no other way. The dispute would even be resolved in a duel. The bank manager reached out to Billy Carson. He offered him $3,000 to give up the girl and leave town, but Billy was adamant and did not accept the deal. On the morning of the next day, as agreed, precisely at 8 o'clock, the two were face to face. With their loaded revolvers at a distance of 20 meters from each other, on the main street of the city and surrounded by a crowd of curious people. The one who was faster and with the best aim would win. The chapel bell was rung. The two men looked at each other, and both had their hands close to their revolvers. Suddenly, many shots were heard. Billy Carson fell agonizing to the ground, while the sheriff remained standing, his revolver drawn. The entire crowd rushed to celebrate the sheriff's victory by lifting him up several times. And so, peace returned again to the people of the city of El Paso.